Hello everyone, this is HammerTron here with a new action figure review video for you. This time I am reviewing the Marvel Legends X-Man action figure from the Age of Apocalypse Man Build-A-Figure wave. This was released in 2020. I bought this in 2020. So now I'm getting around to reviewing this action figure. Here is the front of the package with a nice window box where we can see the action figure and the Build-A-Figure pieces and accessories. Here is the top of the box. Here is the bottom of the box. One side of the box, the other side, and the back. It shows a cross-sell of the other action figures in this wave and the Man Build-A-Figure. So I'll open this up and review the action figure in just a moment. Here is X-Man out of the packaging. And aside from the Build-A-Figure pieces, there are no other accessories that come with this action figure. Let's see how tall this action figure is. According to the tape measure, this action figure is about 6.5 inches tall, or about 16 centimeters tall. So that's a nicely sized action figure. And let's take a look at some of the details. Yes, nicely sculpted hair, maybe some extra hair pieces that are glued onto the sculpt. Soft pliable plastic, and it's painted. Also an effects piece here glued onto his face, showing him using his psychic powers. So that's a nice little detail there. There's also kind of a hard plastic vest piece put on here. It's meant to be a jacket, but it's actually more of a vest because it just fits over the body with a hole here for the arms to be attached. So pretty stiff plastic, and no way to remove it unless we pull the arms off. I don't want to do that, but nicely sculpted. A few little wrinkles to make it look more like cloth. And we have some sculpted details on the arms here as part of the jacket. So nice wrinkles there added to it, and here's some cuffs, some nice details there on the cuffs. Lots of yellow paint on blue plastic. There he has his belt, and it goes all the way around. And knee pads are nicely painted there. Nice sculpted pieces there. And peg holes on the heels. So not a whole lot of detail on the back, but the design of the character has most of the detail on the front anyway. So all in all, pretty nice looking action figure. We have a fisted right hand and a left hand with splayed fingers here. So pretty nice. Let's check out the articulation with the head. You can look up just that far, look down just a little bit, turn side to side. There's some head tilting, pretty nice there. At the shoulders, I don't think there are any butterfly joints, so not that I feel in here. It's not moving, so I don't think there are any butterfly joints at all. So at the shoulders, you can go out this far in a T pose. That's pretty good. And some soft ratcheted joints in there. So it might not be loud enough for the clicking noise to come through over the camera. And you can go around. So that is working. Then we have bicep cuts. So that is working. And this side is working. So very nice. They're double jointed elbows. They go in that far on that side, and they go in this far on this side. So pretty nice. Looks a little weird, but that's just the way articulation works in plastic action figures. And at the wrist, you can turn and turn, and I think there might be a hinge, but it seems to be pretty stiff, and I'm not gonna push too much. I think there is, but I'm not gonna push. I don't want to break it. And there's an abdomen crunch in here, so you can crunch forward that far, go back that far. It might be limited a little bit by this stiff plastic jacket piece here. At the waist, you can turn, and at the hips, you can do the splits. So that's pretty good. And kick forward this far and back just a little bit. You can kick forward this far and back just a little bit. There's an upper thigh cut, so that is working. This upper thigh cut is working. And at the knees, they're double jointed knees. And they're working as far. So we can put him in a seated pose. So that looks okay. And then we have boot cuts down here, so that is working. This is working. And at the ankles, you can go on the tippy toes there. And then the feet go this far forward. Now when I first got this out of the package, the ankles were incredibly stiff, but I did work on them a little bit. I did not need a hair dryer, although it's still kind of a cool day. But now they're working smoothly now. And there's ankle pivot, which is still a little bit stiff. So that is working a little bit there. That's working. So when we work on them, the joints will loosen up a bit. I hope they don't get too loose too fast. And this ankle pivot is working. But actually I'm very happy. All the joints are working very nicely for me now. Although I'm worried about the possible hinges at the wrist, but I'm not too worried about moving the wrist. But everything else was a little bit stiff at first, but it seems to be loosening up. As long as I don't move it too much, it's not going to become too loose and floppy. But nice looking action figure, and all the joints are working for me properly. So, very nice. Here is X-Man next to a pair of 4-inch action figures. On the right is an adventurer from an Animal Planet set I reviewed a while ago. On the left is the Fortnite Jonesy action figure by Jazzwares. Here is X-Man next to a 6-inch action figure. On the left, the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Zeo Red Ranger by Hasbro. And a 7-inch action figure on the right, the Masters of the Universe Masterverse He-Man action figure by Mattel. And it looks like X-Man towers over the Power Rangers action figure. I'm pretty happy with this X-Man action figure from the Marvel Legends series. It looks like the source material. There might be a few details that are off, but it looks close enough to what I read in comic books maybe 30 years ago. And I'm very happy about the quality of the action figure. All of the joints were working for me. They were a bit tight at first, but they've loosened up a little bit, and everything seems to be moving properly and nothing is broken. So all in all, this is a pretty nice action figure. Thank you for watching my review video. Remember to like the video, leave a comment, what do you think about this action figure, and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my future reviews and commentaries. Bye everyone.